Hi, my name is Ebony Couchet. I attend Kane University, and I'm a sophomore, and I also major in sociology.
Hi, I'm Brianna Brown, and I go to the University of the Arts in Philadelphia, and I major in illustration, and I'm a sophomore.
Hi, I'm Keani Reese. I attend Kane University as well. I'm a sociology major, and I'm a sophomore as well.
Is college as hard as they say it is?
College isn't as hard as they say it is. I feel like if you just do your work, then you'll be prepared.
Yeah, it definitely depends on like your work ethic. Like if you prioritize like what's important, then you can like have fun and still do well in school.
Yeah, just like make a schedule for yourself and plan out what you're gonna do and what days you're gonna do it.
Do you feel that high school prepared you enough for college as far as the workload and how to study and different techniques and stuff?
I believe it all depends on like if you were serious enough in high school. If you did your work in high school, then you'll definitely be ready for college. Yeah, definitely pay attention in English class.
I think for sure your English class and your math class help you because in college you're required to do English and math. But I also think that like the work ethic that you can develop in high school in terms of like doing your essays and your homework on time, being prepared for class, definitely does help you in the long run.
What's the workload like at college?
I think it all depends on your major and the type of classes that you take in college.
Yeah, some majors have to do like more English or some more math. So yeah, it definitely depends on what you're studying and that like makes your workload either heavier or lighter.
Yeah, like you're definitely gonna have a decent. You're always gonna have homework. There's not gonna be a time when you don't have anything to do. So.
How many essays do you have to do in a semester?
The essays depends on like what classes you're taking again. I remember my freshman year English, we had an essay due every 2 weeks. So it all like, I guess if you take English, we have to take English, so you have a lot of essays for that class. Some classes, like for our major, you write a lot because of sociology, so it depends.
Yeah, like my freshman year also like we had like an essay due like every week, and it's not just like a one-page like opinion thing. Like you have to like have sources and like all that stuff. Like you have to take that stuff really seriously because like there's going to be so many essays and it's going to be annoying, but like you have to keep up with the workload and get it done.
Yeah, again, it depends on the class you take. Like my freshman year, I was in English, and we had an essay due like every week, and as well as in like history, we had essays due maybe like every 2 to 3 weeks. So it all depends.
What's the required amount of credits needed to graduate?
The amount of credits kind of depends on what university you go to and also your major, but I do believe the standard is like 30 per year, like 15 each semester. You can do more or less, but eventually you have to pretty much get like 30 per year.
Do you regret picking a major without knowing all your options? If so, why or why not?
I don't think I really regretted my major. Freshman year at my old school, I did fashion merchandising and management, and now I'm sociology. So the drastic change, but I don't really regret it. I think that if you're unsure, you should probably go in as undecided because it's easier for credits and transferring your credits over between different like colleges and universities and different majors. But I think also if you choose one major, like kind of have another one that you're thinking about in the background just in case it doesn't work out for you.
Yeah, like, I mean, freshman year, you're not going to take a lot of classes that have to do with your majors anyway, so, like, if there is something else you want to do, you do have other options that you're going to experience throughout the year because, like, you're not going to just jump right into what you want to, like, what you apply to major in, so you'll have other ideas that you probably didn't think of in the first place. I'm like, oh, I actually really like that, so you might want to do that instead.
You can also like think about attending a liberal arts college because like if you do decide to change your major, you can just change it whenever you want to. I know the college that I went to, a lot of people like did like social work and they wanted to change to like graphic design, so you could like switch it up.
How hard is it to manage time between fun and parties and doing your homework and actually sit down and study?
I think balancing school life and party life can be difficult for some people, like freshman year. I think you definitely need to like buckle down and get serious, and you need to make sure you have your homework done before you want to go out and party. I know most schools you party pretty much Thursday through Sunday, so like get your work done Monday through Wednesday. That way you can relax during the weekend and just chill. But don't get too consumed into the party life because it's not worth it. Like, you're gonna end up falling behind in classes, and college is not like high school. Once you fall behind, you're just like out of luck.
Yeah, and your teachers aren't going to be like, oh, you're falling behind. It's kind of like you're an adult, so you're responsible to keep track of everything you're doing.
Okay. How do you adapt to the dorm life?
Well, you kind of just like have to, well, first of all, when they email you who your roommate is, you should try to contact them before you move into school just so you can kind of get a feel of what type of person they are. And like, hopefully you'll be rooming with someone that you'll get along with, or just in general, because I've been through like 3 different roommates. But yeah, so kind of just have to like make agreements with your roommates or roommate or whatever, and kind of like make a thing like don't touch this or don't eat this, so like set rules so that you guys can like manage living together, even if you guys aren't like the best of friends. Like, you don't have to be best friends with your roommate, but you should still get along with them because you have to live with them.
Yeah, I would also say try having like an open mind when you first move in, because living with people can be kind of like different, and like, I don't know, it can get annoying a little bit, but like if you have like an open mind when you meet them, you guys can like hit it off or like click. If you don't click, then like it's whatever, you could switch your roommate. But yeah, definitely just be open to like how they live and like where they're from, and try to get to know them and like their character, and try to get along.
Yeah.
And I would also say just definitely like make rules when you meet them. That's a really important thing.
Don't wait to make the rules, because then it becomes too late.
What are the dorm regulations in college?
As for like the dorm regulations, like all schools have different rules, but basically like when you get there on the first day, you will meet with your like resident assistant, also known as like a RA, and like to explain all the rules to you.
How do you manage to get everything done within your college schedule?
I don't know, I would just say like manage your time, know when to do your work, like you need to do your work ahead of time.
Yeah, prioritize. Like when you first get an assignment, don't wait until
Yeah,
like days later to start it. Like start doing your work. Like say you get an essay and do research. Like start your research early, outline your notes, and then you could like work on it later, or like it's easier for you to work on it.
Yeah, just like kind of look at your schedule and be like, oh, well, if I have this class on this day at this time, I need to start working out on this day, so then I have other days to work on it, and I can just like prioritize, like go around like my other classes based on like what class is more important to like focus on, which class you're like having struggles, like struggling in or having difficulty in.
I will also say like definitely carry your agenda around like you had in high school, or like in your dorm room, put up a calendar and like figure out like what day certain things are due, so you gotta have them done ahead of time, because that definitely helps so you won't forget anything. Because doing it the last minute really is not the way to go.
Yeah, just make sure you like do what's important first. Like everyone wants to like have fun at college and have like a social life. Some people work, but like definitely get your work done first, and then like you can do everything.
Do you have time for your personal life?
Oh, I don't know if you were answering your
I definitely do think you will have time for your personal life if you kind of like prioritize your stuff. Like make sure, like I said before, do like the most important things first. Focus on your school. Kind of think ahead, also like in terms of your work. And then having a social life or like a personal life isn't hard in college. Just like be responsible and just get your stuff done.
Yep, like, I mean, as long as you get your work done and do everything ahead of time, then you'll have time to go out and like have fun and enjoy doing stuff that you want to do.
Yeah, and like don't get too consumed in like trying to go out and like meet people. Like you're obviously gonna meet people because it's college, but like don't be too focused on partying and like having like that huge like typical college social life, because sometimes that can like consume you, and then you'll fall behind. But you definitely can balance both and do both and still have a great like successful college education and experience.
If you don't like the school that you're in, would you drop out?
Never drop out of school if you don't like your school. You can always just transfer to a different school. It's really not that hard, but if you want to transfer, make sure you look into it ahead of time. Definitely do a lot of research, see if your credits transfer over, because if they don't, then it's just really hard to catch up to like what year you're supposed to be in. But yeah, definitely don't just settle for dropping out of school. Like there's a lot of different options.
Alright, what's the one thing you wanted to put on your college application but you didn't do? Like what's your one regret about college application?
I think I covered pretty much everything that my Common App. Like, just remember to put like all the activities that you did in high school. If you had any awards, if you took AP classes, just remember to put all that stuff because it's really important. Because that's what they look at when you're applying to colleges.
Yeah. Like, definitely don't lie. Like, if you're not involved in a certain club or like you can do something, like don't say that you did do it. But it is good to kind of sell yourself a little bit. And like make sure you like say like all like, you know, the things you're proud of and like what you're successful in, and that's pretty much it. Like I think I put everything, like clubs, activities. Think about like things that you're like a leader of. That was good for college leadership, community service, all that.
Definitely community service. They like that.
Just like small things that you probably think aren't important, or like they are, just add in everything that, like about your stuff that you've done to like get it out.
They kind of just want to see like what kind of person you are, like by what you put down, because they don't really know you, like you haven't met them yet. So
they're basically meeting you like through a paper. So
yeah, the more involved you are, the better.
How was the party life at college?
The party life at school is, all the schools are different. Like some people party a lot. Some like huge universities are always partying, like no matter what day it is. Like schools have a lot of frats and sports teams and like sororities. And there's a lot of parties. And there's some schools that are more quieter and have just like people hang out in their rooms and stuff like that. So it depends on, you know, what school you go to, what you're interested in. And you don't, like if you go to a big party school, you don't have to party. Like you could, you know, just have people over and just chill and like, you know, have a really good chill night. You don't have to like go out and do something extravagant all the time.
I mean, like my school doesn't have any like sororities or frat houses or anything. It's like our school, but like they still do like a lot of partying and everything. But like, I mean, just be safe and like watch your like surroundings and everything, and like make sure you don't need like leave your cup somewhere else. But you should know that already. But just saying anyway. But like, but like, yeah, just like be careful and make sure you're with people that you can trust, so that you're not just stranded somewhere alone, or like something happens and someone can be there with you. Just like kind of go in a group. Don't travel alone.
Yeah, although you're in college, still be like aware of your surroundings, because like stuff happens on college campuses all the time. So the more aware you are, and like you said, being in groups and not leaving your drink around, or like, you know, going away with some like random person that you don't know without telling your friends or stuff like that. Like just be really responsible, and you can have fun, but be really responsible at the same time.
Do you think that you would be better off in life if you went to college later in life than what you did now?
I believe that you should really go to college. It's like a good thing because it definitely helps in the future with like you getting long-term jobs and everything like that. So like definitely go to school.
Yeah, like sometimes like people say, oh, I'm gonna take a year off and then I'll go to school next year, and then it just never happens.
Yeah.
Like you should just kind of go with it. Like
Get it
even
over
if you have
early.
to go to a school like a community college or something because you can't afford to go to the school you want to go to at the time, just do that. Or if you're really dedicated to just going to a certain school but you can't afford to, like I had a really hard time struggling getting like kind of paying for the school I wanted to go to because it's really expensive and it's out of state. So like just kind of apply for all the scholarships you can, because it'll really help in the long run, and who knows, you could end up like not having to pay any of your money at all. Like you could just be paying in all scholarships like I did.
Yeah, I definitely think that going to school is like a really good thing. I think like you kind of, like she said, you get long-term jobs, but you also throughout college kind of like find out who you are and you mature and become really responsible, and you kind of develop skills that you're going to need like in the real world, like outside of school and outside of work. I also do think that sometimes for some people, like school isn't for everybody. So if you're like struggling in high school and like, you know, you think it's a joke or like you don't take it seriously enough, then don't like waste your money going to college, because college is serious. It gets to take it seriously. Like you can't just joke around like think you're gonna pass through grades like high school. It's not like that. So if you're really dedicated to it and you really like have a dream, definitely pursue it. And I think college is the right way to do that. But if not, then
At least get a job.
yeah, work.
Like work.
Even if college isn't for you, just definitely find a job, because you don't want to be sitting at home doing nothing, because then that's basically how your life's going.
Yeah, time goes by really quickly. So.
My name is Jordan Gardner. I'm a sports management major at Claflin University. I'm also a business minor, and I am a senior. Why did I choose sports management as my major? Well, sports, I always had a love for sports, and business was always my passion as well, so it was like a culmination of both. So, perfect match. Claflin University is HBCU, but it's also the HBCU of the year. So it's a very good school financially at the time, with 10,000 per semester. And it was a new experience living in South Carolina, meeting new people from all over the world. We have international students, we have students from California, New York, New Jersey, and so on and so forth. How was the transition from Jersey to South Carolina? The transition was quite different. As you know, South Carolina is slower, slower in pace, but it's tranquil. It's a different environment. You meet different people. The accent is pretty much really different. The cities are far apart, so the journeys are an hour each to get to another big city. Whereas in New Jersey, you can go from Newark to Irvington, or from Newark to East Orange in 5 to 10 minutes. So internships are not that hard to get into. When you're in college, some courses and some majors is a part of what you have to do to graduate. Like me, I had to take a practicum, and I had to have an internship to graduate. The practicum was about 50 hours. My internship itself is 400 hours. That covers about 12 credit hours for this semester I'm in right now. I work with the basketball team. I help them out. I help the softball team. I do ticketing, finances, wherever they put me. That's what I pretty much do, because it's an internship. You don't get to really choose what you want to do. You just do what they tell you to do. So I live off campus. I pay $400 a month for my rent. I get a washing machine and dryer. I get free Wi-Fi, and I get a room for myself. I also live with 2 roommates, but that's good for the price. They also have schools that do contracts with different housing places, like Campus Corner. That's a place nearby South Carolina State, which is a school across from my school. As a matter of fact, it will decrease your tuition significantly. After my freshman year, I lived on campus for my freshman year. I used to pay $1,500 to $2,000 for tuition. But after I moved off campus, the first year I moved off campus, I paid $17 to live for my whole tuition for the whole year. The next years after that, I haven't paid any amount of money. I pretty much go to school for free, and I get a big refund check at the end of the semester. At the end of each semester, I get about $2,000 back. You can use that money for whatever you want to do. It's your money. I'm a senior right now. I'm set to graduate in May. So after I graduate, I'm going to attend Coastal Carolina, where I will get my Master's of Science in Sports Management and pursue that as well. In between that time, I'll be getting internships, fieldwork, and on-site experience. What was my overall experience in college? I had a very good experience. I had fun times, I had down times, as one would expect. The advice I would give is choose your friends very wisely. I mean, half of the people you go in college, half of them not gonna be there after your sophomore year. Pick your parties wisely as well, because you never know what can happen. I've been to a couple parties that they start fighting, they start shooting. You could lose your life at a party. If you do your work, you're gonna graduate. Or if you don't do your work, you're gonna end up a 50 or a 60 year senior, and you're gonna waste a good 30 grand that you got to pay for after you graduate. So, but always have a plan when you go to college that you may be successful. If you go to college, don't look at the money. Look at what you're gonna excel in or what you like to do. I went for what I like. I went for sports management. It's like sports. I love sports, and I love the virtues of business. So that was like a good combination for where I'm at right now. And I'm about to graduate in May 7th, and I'm about to pursue my master's at Coastal Carolina next year. So overall, college was pretty good to me. I have no complaints. Do your work and stay focused, and you'll be all right.